So in the previous video, we learned how to create data frames from list of lists. And in this section, I want us to learn how to create data frames using dictionaries. So as we discussed in our previous video, if you have not watched the video, please feel free to go and watch the video on Introduction to Python on how to create dictionaries. So dictionaries are very, very interesting in that it allows you to create data that you can access using special features called keys. And those keys each have got a value related to it. So think of it as the key here will be a country, and then the value will be each of the individual countries: Kenya, Nigeria, USA, United Kingdom, Brazil, India, or China. And then this is going to be a second key: capital, population, and each of these will be the values. So unlike list of lists, dictionaries are much easier in that once you create the dictionary, you straight away convert them into data frame without specifying the column names. So to do that, I want us to have an example of different countries. And in this case, I want us to create 4 different dictionaries, or let's start with just one dictionary. And then from that dictionary, we're going to use that to create a single data frame for that particular continent. So I want us to start with a data frame. We want to end up with a data frame that contains a list of some selected African countries, their population, and then also their area. And then we'll do the same for America, Europe, Asia in our subsequent videos. So to do that, first of all, we specify the dictionary name as a variable. So I'm going to use the Africa variable. And then we're going to create a dictionary that contains 3 keys. So remember from your tutorials, a dictionary is made up of curly brackets. So use the curly brackets on your keyboard. And then you specify the keys. So I want our dictionary to have 3 keys. The first key is going to be country. The second key is going to be population. And then the last key is going to be area. So let's have the country. It's a string. And this country, after specifying the key, we're going to have a full colon. And then we're going to enter each of the individual values as a list. So we're going to have square brackets. And then comma, enter the next key, which is going to be population. And then square brackets again. And then have our second list that is going to contain some values. For now, we are just leaving them empty, and then we're going to come back and populate each one of them. And then the last key is going to be area. So again, we're going to feed this as a list. So we're going to come back later and fill them. So now that we have got a dictionary that has got 3 keys: country, population, area, they don't have got any values, but we know that we are going to fill these values as a list. So I'm going to start with the random countries. Obviously, I'll start with Kenya. And then I'm going to have the second country, Nigeria, because I think these are the biggest countries in Africa. Ethiopia. I'm going to have Namibia, which is my favorite country. Very beautiful. You guys should check it out. South Sudan. So to make sure that I'm having kind of neatly written code, let me just enter this so that I can have more space. Then I'm going to have Senegal. These are just random countries. Senegal is in West Africa. Chad is in North Africa. For those guys who forgot their geography. Angola, Southern Africa. DRC, the country of music. Very good music. Central Africa. And then Mozambique. The best cuisine from Mozambique. And also, of course, good Liberia. This is like a small America in Africa. Okay, so I've populated the list for the key country. So if you call the key, it's going to have all of these countries. So think of it as key is going to be the column name, and each of these is going to be the data points. The population, I got them randomly from a website, so I'm just going to copy them from my notepad. So they're not going to be on quotation marks because they are integers. So that is for Kenya, it's 53 million. Nigeria, of course, the most populated. But this guy didn't vote. I don't know what's wrong with the Nigerians. They decided not to vote. Out of the 200 million people, I think only 25 million voted. My Nigerian friends, you can do better. Come on. Ethiopia, one of the fastest growing economies in Africa. We have Namibia, of course, the smallest population, 2.5 million. That's another reason why I want to go there. Super rich country, very beautiful. Maybe Namibians should make me their brand ambassador. I've really sold this country. The next one is South Sudan. South Sudan is pretty young country, promising. You just need to stop fighting. Come on, man. We have Senegal. Countries. Senegal is one of the best countries in terms of democracy in Africa. We have Chad. I don't know much about Chad, but I think it's a good country. We have Angola, one of the most expensive countries in the world. Check that. It's very expensive. We have DRC, of course, the best music in the world, and that's not debatable. And the last one, I think I must have skipped. Okay. I'm just making sure that I have all my data set up. The last one should be Liberia. And let me just confirm the number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So there's one that is missing. I have 537, 206, 114, 254, 111, 167. So I need to add some number is missing here. Good. So I've done with the population. I'm gonna add now areas. So let me just copy this for the sake of time. And copy the others in the interest of time. And of course the last one. So feel free to pause the video and copy them at your own pace so that you don't run, because I realized to make this video short I have to copy them somewhere. So once we do that, we run that dictionary. If I print Africa, it should return the dictionary. You could see this is our dictionary. It's having country with the individual countries, and then we have got population, individual area. So let me just delete that cell. Now we can easily convert this into a data frame in a very, very easier way, and it's gonna take, it's unlike the case of the way we did in the previous video. It's going to be much straightforward in terms of how you do it. So it's very simple. Let me just type for you the syntax so that you can straight away convert it. So we have got, this is our dictionary name, and then we just need to convert it straight to our data frame. So we can say df equal to pd, which is a pandas pandas library, and then use the data frame function from dictionary. So dic to mean dictionary, and then we insert the name of our dictionary here, which is Africa. And when we do that, we have our dictionary. So it's very straightforward. So you can see, first of all, we create a dictionary with 3 keys. So these are the keys. So the keys changes to columns, and each of these values changes to the data point. So we have got a data frame that is made up of 10 values. So if I do df.shape, it will tell me it has got 11 data points. Of course, they are numbered from 0, as is always the custom with computers. And then the column names, only 3 column names. So that is how you create data from dictionaries. In the next section, we are going to start looking at how to perform advanced operations on data frames in the line of data science. So again, if you have not subscribed to the video or to the channel, please do so. Share the video, tell a friend to tell a friend, and give this video a thumbs up. Until next time, bye bye.